So, Amy, how'd that colonoscopy work out? I've laid it right out there. I put it in the title. This is colonoscopy talk. This isn't dumpster diving. This isn't frugal-free stuff. This is colon conversation. If you don't want to hear about my experiences with my colonoscopy and the prep and colons and rectums and poop and stuff, because that's what we're all thinking about now. If you don't want to think about all that and talk about that and hear about that, then goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, so now we're back to talk about the colonoscopy. Well, as anybody who's had a colonoscopy will tell you, it's the prep that's the bad part. I think people have anxiety about the procedure itself since they're putting some kind of little camera on a long kind of a, I don't know what, a tube or a hose or something. I don't know what's going up your bum, but something's going up there and it's looking all around. And people have anxiety about that, but you know you're asleep for that part of the procedure. You get to have a really good nap. So that part really, not a big deal, but it's the prep, isn't it? Oh, it's the prep. For any of you who are very young and therefore haven't, come upon colonoscopy time yet, because it does become, a somewhat routine procedure when you hit the late middle age. Well, for your colon and intestine check, you have to be flushed out. You have to be empty. There can't be any poop or digested food working its way through any part of where they're going. Yeah. So the prep involves drinking this fairly vile and disgusting tasting concoction, and then you're just pooping. You're just pooping for quite a while. You start the night before your procedure, and you're just cleaning everything out, right? And as my daughter Autumn mentioned in her germ video last year, when she spoke of diarrhea, she referred to it as pee-poo. And when you're cleaning out your colon, that's basically what's happening. You're peeing out your butt. So anyway, the prep. Well, let's go back a couple years when I had my first colonoscopy. The prep didn't work. I drank all of that disgusting stuff. I'm getting choked up thinking about it. I drank it. I was ready. I was camping out in the bathroom. I had the computer in here and magazines. I had a comforter to lie on the floor in between, massive bouts of emptying one's bowels. And I waited and waited and waited, and I kept drinking this stuff, and nothing happened. I've had friends liken the experience of the colonoscopy prep with the storming of the beaches of Normandy. This is supposed to be a pretty dramatic experience. So nothing happened. Now keep in mind, you have to fast the whole day before, right? You're not putting new food in. That's not fun either. So I fasted for a day, did the prep, didn't work. They said, okay, well, we're going to try you on a 2-day prep. So I had to do the whole thing again, but fasting for 2 days and drinking this stuff again. And then let's add to the cocktail some Miralax powder, and we'll throw in, I don't know, a couple dozen stool softeners, and maybe we'll eat a couple bars of chocolatey X-Lax. So with the 2-day prep, it worked, but not that well. So, when you dye your hair, you're supposed to rinse it until the water is clear, right? Then you've got the dye out of your hair. It's similar when you're cleaning out your system for your colonoscopy. You're basically supposed to keep going until you're just like pee-pooing out, semi-clear liquid, like just no poo anymore, just liquids going through you. That's where you're supposed to get. No, I did not get to that point. But they went ahead and did the colonoscopy anyway, and they didn't find anything, no polyps or anything, I don't know, whatever they're looking for. But the doctor said, your prep was only fair. So come back in 2 years and we'll do it again. And the 2 years went by, and I don't know why I chose to be a responsible grown-up who does the responsible grown-up medical things. I don't know why. Nobody came looking for me. I did it myself. I made the appointment with the doctor, and we talked about the prep issues again and what to do, and we just went ahead and scheduled the procedure. Like, how grown-uppy of me. So this year I had a 2-day prep as well. That was fun because I just love fasting. Oh yeah, I love the fasting. And it worked. It definitely worked. Well, it worked well enough. Okay, I'm not going to say a perfect prep, but better than before. Okay, so prep okay this time around. Then we have the procedure itself. And everything's fine. It's all going along fairly smoothly and routinely. You're on your stretcher and they wheel you into the procedure room, and the anesthesiologist, you know, you already have your IV started, so the anesthesiologist gives you the whatever, knocks you out, and you're under in like 2 seconds. And so then they do the procedure, and oh, you wake up before it's done. Has that happened to anybody else? Yes, I woke up and they were still looking around up in there. And I think it's because they underestimated my weight, because they weighed me with my clothes on, and then they basically subtracted 3 pounds and said, oh, okay, so this is what you weigh. And I'm thinking the anesthesiologist based the amount of anesthesia I got on that weight, which was too low, because I was really just wearing shorts and a t-shirt, nothing that weighed 3 pounds. And I'm thinking, yeah, if you'd added a couple more pounds, there might have been a couple more drops of anesthesia in that IV, and I might not have woken up before the procedure actually had concluded. So, how was that? Honestly, it wasn't bad. It was no big deal. It was like nothing. So I woke up looking at the screen, the TV screen, where you can see the insides of your colon. And I just sort of woke up saying, oh, did you find any polyps? And the doctor said, nope, all good. Okay, so that's what that feels like. And then she retracted the device, and that was about it. It was all done then. And so no polyps, no cancerous looking anything, which was good. She said the prep was good enough, so I don't have to come back for another 10 years. Yay! Everybody should have the colonoscopy when you're supposed to, because it will save your life. If you have colon cancer, it saves lives. Do the colonoscopy. So anyway, the colonoscopy went well. Thanks for asking. Yep. Oh, TMI much, Amy?